and we do it every Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as public show, and it is really nice. Visitors enjoy it. So the telescope has a strange construction. It moves around the end. It is 21 meter long. It's the longest lens telescope of the world. It should be the biggest telescope with 1 meter and 30 centimeters. But in Germany we are not machineries and ovens to melt enough glass for the objective, and so they decided what is possible. And the biggest lenses, or the biggest lenses were the biggest glass parts were 70 centimeters, and they create an objective with 68 centimeters from this glass. And so we have, for a very short time, the biggest telescope in Germany, but never the biggest telescope in the world. The Yerkes refractor was still running. And with the decision to turn this telescope around the end, around the observer, is one thing clear: it takes a lot of space around. It turns on the end. It is 21 meter long, so you need 42 meter space. You cannot build a dome. You have to protect the telescope against the weather, and the protection is outer tube. This is not the telescope what you see. There's an inner tube with the optics and the diaphragms, and the outer tube is against the weather, a little bit moving in the wind. And another part of the protection system is this roof. It runs down now, and the telescope is free. And in case we would observe, at first we have to open the telescope to make the front lens free, and you see that there's a spare in this fence, and this is the part where I have to circle in the telescope when I want to open the telescope. But I will not do this here. I need a second people who say, right, and left and so on. But you see we can put it on the roof here, and when we go back in this direction, in the meridian, we run it down in the angle. You see the two big balances. One of them has a weight of 10 pounds. The total mass of the telescope is 130 pounds.
It would be nice if you stay on the way of the
Sometimes the telescope makes some noises, that's more or less normal. So now the eyepiece will be visible. The distance of the building and the distance of the construction around is sometimes only 1 centimeter to the moving balances, and sometimes we have handcrafts in our house here, and when they repair something we say please use the old dimensions, and very often the handcrafts are friendly and want to give you a little bit more. You can see it, the man who made the metal for the roof give us 3 centimeters more, and now you see the telescope damages this and makes them space free. And the telescope is always stronger than the construction around. When you want to observe with more than 5 people, you have to change the observers by this movable stairs. We had them last night, maybe you remember this, and the stairs are now on the other end of the protection. Yes, it is covered, so the outer tube is around about 1 meter longer than the inner tube.
Is there a cap over the end?
Yeah. You have to move it when in the 5 minutes. Yeah. So there are no computers, and there is no controlling system for any distances and for any other hiding the house and the trees and the dome of the small instrument. That's the reason why we have a limited number of people who are allowed to switch this telescope here, to run this telescope. I very often say that there are more people allowed to control a jumbo jet than to control this telescope. But there are more jumbo jets available.
Is there a mechanical?
No. It's possibly more than So I'm sure you will trust me, the telescope can reach every point of the sky. And now we have to go back to the ground position. To hand over this to Nikolai Wünsche.